A very good morning and a warm welcome to one and all to the day 9 of demystifying the concept of social, or I would say emotional intelligence. And today we are going to talk about social intelligence. That's day 9. Yesterday we discussed what are the people skills that is the social skills. They are interesting, they are charismatic, they are better conversationalist, they have light of the room. So these are some of the people skills that you need to have a better social intelligence. Yesterday we also discussed about the concept of mirror neurons. It shows that how your emotions are mirrored into the neurons of the person you are conversing with, and also vice versa, how their mirror neurons, how their emotions can also mirror into your body. So that is how it's so important that we cultivate a very healthy and a very long lasting, a fulfilling a social network that helps us keep grounded in life. So today I'm going to teach you how you can be a person with great people skills. I would again tell you one important thing is that people are not born with such skills. So you can anytime, if you wish, you can practice and inculcate them. So number one is interesting people. The people with the high people skills, they are interesting. Okay, so you have to be a very interesting person. So there is a law that's known as the lazy law, which says that the more lazy you are, the less interested you will be, not only for yourself but for the other people. So, if you want to be an interesting person, you have to be proactive. And I repeat, you have to be proactive. You have to be proactive in taking initiatives. We discussed it earlier that how taking initiatives into the motivation aspect. We talked about personal drive. We talked about initiatives. These small initiatives that you take, the art of being proactive will help you to be an interesting people, a person. Second important thing is that interesting people don't do uninterested things. You do not, they do not engage in gossips or low self-talk. They do not engage in just hanging out with the TV or just watching movies, etc. Not always, but they engage themselves in interesting activities like watching documentaries, reading books, engaging in creative art, and sharing the same with the world. I don't remember if I've shared this quote with you, but the most effective way of building a powerful network is doing interesting things and sharing the same with the world. So you have to be an interesting person, and that can come only if you do interesting things and not lazy or boring things. They ask interesting questions to the person, right? If you are in conversation, they do not snap the conversation, how are you, I'm fine, or kya chal raha hai, what's ongoing in your life, etc., so on and so forth. But they ask interesting things. They ask them, what are the interesting things these days you are doing? What's one thing that you would want me to incorporate in my life? So these are some of the questions, interesting questions you can ask to people, and that will ultimately help you to be interested. And interesting people consume interesting things. That is, they read a lot of books, they watch documentaries, and they read a lot of articles, or something that keeps them grounded. They always are in a search of broadening their horizon. So interesting people are not lazy, they are proactive, number one. Number two, they consume interesting things. Number three, they talk interesting matters with their colleagues or their family members or their friends. They do not talk unproductive things, and they ask interesting questions. And as we discussed about, they are an active listener. They do not listen just to make a conversation or a sentence as soon as the conversation ends, but they ask engaging questions to the listener. They show proactiveness, their body language, the way they listen. All of these are some crucial aspects of an active listener. They ask engaging questions, they comment as and when required. This shows that they are interested in the person. So when a person is talking to you, and when you are an active listener, you tend to be more interesting, and the person gets more and more interested in having conversations with you. The next is be charismatic, and I just love this topic. So what is charisma? Is that a compelling charm that can inspire devotion in others. You have leaders, they have to be charismatic. If you are a leader, you need to have charismatic, because that's that one core principle that will help you bind all your team members. How you present yourself, the energy that you bring into the room, the light that you bring up in the room is so important. And how can you be charismatic? I'll teach you 5 important things that you can do to be charismatic. Number one is, it's the same repetition. You are better at conversations. Number two is, you have a confidence. You are very confident in whatever you are telling, and you put the point straight without dragging or bragging about the topic. Number three is likable. You are liked upon by a lot of people, and that comes because of the self-awareness of your emotions, how well you regulate your emotions, how internally motivated you are, how empathetic you are. So, I'm discussing all the core principles of emotional intelligence. The more your previous principles are ingrained, the better you be in likable factor. Then they are socially wealthy, they have great relationship circle, they nurture good friends, they are away from toxic people. So these are some of the skills that they have, that brings up the charisma, that brings up the positive energy in the room. And they are cheerleaders. They love to cheer people up. They are always there for giving encouragement. They always give, the confidence that they have, they give confidence to the other people. So these are some of the aspects that help you to build up charisma. I'll repeat once again. Number one is be better in conversations. Number two is confident. Number three is likable. Number four is socially wealthy. And number five is being a cheerleader. And be a shameless promoter. What do you mean by shameless promoter? Is, for example, whatever you do, you share it with the people. For example, I am a blogger and I am a YouTuber. So whatever I do, I share it with the people without having a doubt in my mind that what other people will think about me. It's all about what you think about yourself, how confident you are internally that you want to share it with the people. There will always be peas, but there are going to be people who are going to hate the fruit pea. So there will always be some of the other person in your life who's not going to agree with you. But why do we give so much of attention to the person? Why don't we change our mindset and shift our mindset to the other people who are interested in our work? Right. So whatever work you do, for example, in social media, or in if you're good in writing and you want to share that, if you've done anything that you have done, you have created, you have to be open in sharing that. You're shameless. You don't have to think that what other people are going to think about me. If you are convinced about whatever you are creating, please go out and do it. Once upon a time, I too was a very dull a dull person who always believed what other person is going to think about me, and a people pleaser. But then once I read so many books on this, and I decided that I'm going to be the front seat driver of my life, and I'm going to share the work that I do with all the people, and try and strive making this world a better place. The day I started thinking this like this, and I started sharing whatever I do, I started building a powerful community. And my dear friends, I request you to do the same. Be a shameless promoter. Just share whatever you do with the world with the same zest and zeal. They give empowering feedback. People with great people skills, they never criticize people and bring their morals down. There is an art of giving feedback, of giving the best. You have to first give the positive points about their work, and then you can give them a solution, and then again a positive word. So this is known as the commendation, recommendation, and commendation technique. So I am a Toastmaster and a public speaker, and I have learned this from this Toastmaster, and I highly suggest people out there, if you are a Toastmaster, please regularly attend the meetings. And if you are not, just try attending one such meeting, because there the environment over there is positive, and you will get to learn a lot of skills over there, right? And the one skill which I learned from after being a Toastmaster is how to give feedback. Because in an organization, when you are a team leader, or even when you're working in a team, the peer feedback is so important. How you give feedback to people. Your feedback should motivate them, and it should not disempower them. Just make this golden principle true, and the day you learn this art of giving this feedback, your life is going to change. And then be assertive. As we already discussed, being assertive is about how confident you are in speaking up for yourself, in presenting your thoughts equivocally, how clear you are when it comes to speaking out your thoughts in public. So this is known as assertive. You have to be positive, and you have to be confident, but yes, you don't have to be arrogant. Let me repeat, you don't have to be arrogant, but you have to be confident and openly express yourself in front of people. So, these are some assertiveness. So all of these things are linked with each other: being interesting, being charismatic, being active listener, giving empowering feedback, and assertive. So my dear friends, it's very important for you, and you can strive doing this, and it will definitely help you be a better person in life. And the activity for the day is, how much charisma do you have? So you will have to take this charisma quiz, and this quiz will help you understand at what level are you when it comes to being charismatic. Please do take the quiz. And as always, I appreciate so much of your time and your energy that you're giving for this. We just have one more day to go, and we are done with this amazing course. I've already started missing this interaction with you, and tomorrow I think I'll come and I'll show you. I'll come live, and I'll you'll be able to see me giving the last session. Hope you love today's session. Please do give me your feedback, and please take the quiz as well, because we are going to give you points and rewards based on that. My dear friends, that's it from my side. Hope you enjoyed today's session, and please, my dear friends, try incorporating these principles in your life. The tactics that I shared with you today, this will definitely help you. Thank you.